Coming up on the AC Apprentice.
Today we're going to go out to Monkey's Uncle Tavern. We're going to install a damper, fresh air damper. I'll have the apprentice with me. I'm going to get to know him a little bit and show him some hands-on stuff. And possibly we can get a hamburger when we're all done.
All right, so what made you want to get into HVAC?
Well, most of my family was in the car business for the majority of their lives, so I kind of wanted to do a little something different, but still stay in blue collar.
Really?
Yeah.
The car business has been a part of my family for years. I mean, my grandpa sold cars, my mom used to work at a dealership as a clerk, and my dad used to work at a different dealership, and he pretty much did everything you could imagine there besides selling cars. So, I mean, it's definitely in my blood, but since moving down to Florida, I definitely wanted to forge my own path, and I really see that with HVAC.
So a fresh air damper is a outside vent, okay, that can be adjusted to open and close a certain level to allow so many CFMs of outside air in while the mechanical system's running. When that system runs, we get negative pressure, and so when we add outside air to the building or to the structure, then that area of the building is no longer in a negative pressure. So things like heat, humidity, which causes that moisture to collect on cold surfaces, which it sweats and then drips down onto customers.
Let's let them know we're here.
All right, let's do it.
We have these meta glasses that we use for transparency when we're educating our technicians or apprentices. You know, we put these meta glasses on, we'll go ahead and record. That way they can see exactly where our focal point needs to be, what we're looking at.
You know, these are pretty cool. Hey, it made a noise.
So the light means it's working, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let me know when it turns off.
Yeah, your light's on. Is my light on?
No.
All right, you want to shut this off, Mike? Your compressor's running. I don't want to freeze that coil, or I don't think we'll freeze it anyways. Want to just pull it off? All right. Oh yeah, it's about to be ballooned in there. All right. This is your evaporator coil, it's your expansion valve, it's the blower cavity here. That's your return duct. So see, we're sucking in out inside air through that big hole down there, right across this evaporator coil. What we're about to do is we're about to cut a hole here so we can suck in some fresh air. That way we're adding fresh air to the building, which gives it that balloon effect, takes away some of that negative pressure.
Gotcha.
This panel here has to be custom done. That's why we're tracing it out and cutting it. Sometimes you can just order the panel directly to fit on there. If there's a complication with that, you got to go off script and just make sure something happens. That's what we're going to install on it. This is a grinder, so we're just going to grind this out. Hey Mike, you want to hold this real quick? Basically, it's going to take us about maybe 2 or 3 minutes to do it. I'm ready to grind when you're ready to hold. All right. Good deal.
Just go like an inch
You want to go in?
all the way around.
Gotcha, man.
Alright, so the importance of accuracy when you're cutting or drilling is you want to make sure you're cutting in the right areas for you're not hindering the integrity of whatever you're cutting, obviously, and also when you're screwing through something, you don't want to be screwing and hitting something that you do not want to hit to cause a leak or damage the equipment you are cutting or drilling on.
See all that? Feel that suction. We don't want all that. We just want some of it. So we have a damper on that we can open and close.
That's all the way open.
Yeah.
You have a hint. Oh, that's all the way. That's how it looks on the bottom. If you leave that all the way open, you can set it to different levels.
Yeah. So it kind of acts like a
Something
door.
like that would be more than enough right there.
Yep. Yeah.
A few minutes later.
As much as you want. And we're going to put filtration here so the bird can't just go up in there and just, get inside the building or whatever.
Yeah.
So we got to still do that part. But this is pretty much the fresh air that we're looking at doing. We always start off a little smaller, like about right in there. All right. So we're still sucking in air from inside the building and cooling it down, but we're adding outside of air to it. So that fresh air is what gives it more positive pressure.
Yeah.
All right, let's turn these off.
We anticipated this going a little bit smoother. However, one of the panels that was ordered from the factory was about 1 inch too small. So instead of replacing that entire panel, we had to custom cut the damper that was on that panel onto the existing panel. But as far as the results go, everything's done to factory specifications. It was a job work.
All right, you learned about fresh airs now.
Oh yeah.
Okay. We can go ahead and head to our next call. We'll call the office, let them know we're done. That way they can go ahead and complete the job for us.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, it was a really cool opportunity to come out here to Monkey's Uncle today. I've come here multiple times as a patron before, but just to be able to see the backside of things and see how the ACs work and learn a little bit about dampers, it was just overall a really cool first day.